They say you don't see a shadow person, at least not the way you see a person. You feel it first, a chill that crawls along the back of your neck, a shape at the edge of sight, folding the room into darker darkness. Some call them shadow people, flickers of coal black where light should be. Others call them something older, names whispered in basements and burned candles. The watchers, the long silhouetted ones, visitors from the corners of your home. Where do they come from? There are many answers, each more unsettling than the last. Psychologists point to sleep paralysis, the mind awake, the body frozen, and a waking nightmare projected across the ceiling. Paranormal believers say they are spirits, lost fragments of souls clinging to the world. But the stories that gather in the dark share a single, worse idea. The shadows come for attention, and attention becomes something they feed on. People report the same small, terrible details. A lamp flickers. The corner of a room grows deeper than it should. A shadow detaches from the wall and moves against the light. Not like a person walking, more like a smear of ink sliding under glass. Sometimes the shadow will pause, as if listening. Sometimes it mimics you, perfect and wrong, standing a heartbeat behind. There's an old tale from a farmhouse town. Two kids dared one another to stay awake all night. At 3 a.m, both whispered they felt watched. By morning, the older child had a new habit, staring at corners for hours, tracing the edges of shadows with his eyes. He quit speaking of it eventually. Those who listen closely say he learned to avoid lighted rooms, to keep lamps off, because the darker the room, the freer the shadow can be. Why are they here? Some say the shadow people collect small things, hope, memory, the warmth of your life. Others say they are warnings, signs that something in your world is unbalanced. Worst of all is the stories where a shadow lingers and then moves closer until one night there's a silhouette in your doorway that stops being a trick of light. If you ever see one, edge of vision, dark and patient, don't stare. Staring is the invitation. Don't speak. Don't try to prove what you saw. Walk into light, even if it trembles. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is refuse to feed the dark. Music tightens. A single chime rings. Then silence swallows the sound. They live in the corners of our rooms and the corners of our minds. They are the shapes that outlast the lights. And at the end of the day, when the house exhales and the curtains settle, you might not be alone with your thoughts. You might be sharing them with a shadow that remembers how to wait.